This podcast is based on Dr. Noreen Sohail's observations, personal experiences, thoughts, and learning while navigating her own life as a Canadian Muslim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace be on you and your families. You're listening to Illuminate, and this is Dr. Noreen Sohail. Today, the topic of our thought provoking journey is equity versus equality. We hear these words every day, yet their actual meaning and application is unclear. The passion to gain equality often escalates to such an extent that they overtake the genuine rights of others. Let's take the example of gender equality. It was sparked by some women in mid 1800s, which then became a movement to allow some basic women rights. For example, right to vote and right to inheritance, etc. Fair? Absolutely fair. By mid 1900s, women had the right to vote, own a property, enter any field of education by choice, and right to inheritance. These rights, which were given to Muslim women by Islam, reached the women of the West almost 1400 years later. One might say, better late than never. The gender equality movement did not stop here. In their passion to implement the newly formed laws, the women of the time continued to construct new norms. In my view, in doing so, they lost their own identity as a woman. In their fury of being suppressed for so long, the idea of women's liberation went overboard. It became a volcano with lava erupting and burning the surrounding life, whereas it could have been a stream that becomes a powerful, strong river and gives life to the surrounding areas. Let me explain a little bit more. So, the women of the time thought to gain equality, they had to prove that they can do everything, and I mean everything in capital letters, that a man can do. From working to wearing clothing similar to men's style sports and socialization, to division of family responsibilities, etc. This has in all reality worked to the benefit of men in general. Over the period of time, men had their partners earning and sharing in finances, whereas they themselves were, and still are in many ways, hopeless in sharing the family responsibilities. Don't take me wrong. I'm not saying that women shouldn't work. I'm a working woman myself. Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's wife, Hazrat Khadija Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha, was a businesswoman. Women companions of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam helped in wars by collecting the arrows and taking care of the injured. Women are permitted to work in Islam. What I am saying is that there is an imbalance of equality and equity. This imbalance has escalated in the past 7 decades to such an extent that it has created nothing but hardship for both men and women. This is one of the reasons, among others, that divorce rate became higher and higher with time. Number of single moms is increasing at a faster rate than ever. Socializing norms demand vulgarity and flamboyancy from women, exposing them to risky, often dangerous environments. All in all, society as a whole does not understand gender based equality and equity. In many cases, it is a woman's loss and a man's gain when she becomes a partner in providing for the family. In most cases, this comes in addition to her primary responsibilities of managing her household responsibilities. A man will never feel guilty if the laundry is not done. A woman will. It is the reality. It is how we are created by the Almighty. A woman can work, earn money, run the finances, etc., and can perhaps do them better than many men. However, her special skills and abilities is in being sensitive to her family's needs and taking care of them. Similarly, men can be excellent cooks and organizers, but they're limited in juggling the day to day challenges of remembering appointments, keeping an eye on emotional upheaval around them. Some of you may agree that even getting everyone dressed according to the weather and keeping a check on the nutritional value of lunch packs, etc., are challenging for men. It's not that they can't do them, it's just that it doesn't come with ease and it's not natural to them. In our mission to bring equality to women, we forgot to give equity to them. In the race to conquer a man's world, women in general forgot their own identity, their own unique virtues. What is the difference between a laptop and a phone? You may say one is lighter, other is heavier, one is cumbersome to carry, other is easier, there are some functional differences, etc. Which one would you choose for a text or call? One would say phone, of course. One can make a call from a laptop, of course, but your primary go to tech for calls and texts would be your phone. Similarly, your primary go to tech for assignments, etc., would be your laptop/computer. Similarly, compare a woman to a man. Men are generally made to work hard, bear the stress, less emotional, visibly sturdier, whereas women in general are more sensitive, nurturing, more communicative, and visibly on the delicate side. Their body and nature differences speak to their roles in their universe. No wonder Islam sort of puts a handle with care sign on them by the instruction of modesty and parda in the Holy Quran. Let's continue to find solutions to this disparity in my next podcast. Until then, take care. This podcast is a humble effort in gratitude to Allah Ta'ala.